pulled out 4 bouts for you to enjoy in this episode as we take a trip down boxing's memory lane on KOTV Classics. A young Muhammad Ali was 10-0 in 1962 as the man then known as Cassius Clay looked to prove his Olympic gold won 2 years earlier was no fluke. Looking to end his unbeaten start in the pro ranks was Detroit heavyweight Sonny and New York's Madison Square Garden.
Round 1, 10 rounds scheduled. Clay in the white trunks and Banks in black. If Banks does anything, it's figured to be early. He's a power puncher early in a fight. Clay is the most loquacious heavyweight since Jack Sharkey. He's ranked 9th by Ring magazine. Banks is unranked. Banks' power mostly is in his right hand. Banks, by the way, making his first appearance on national TV. Clay has been on television twice. Banks is reputed to have quick hands, like Floyd Patterson. I say reputed to. We were seeing him for the first time ourselves. Ruby Goldstein, the referee. In there with great fighters like Marciano and Lewis, who also were down occasionally, but were great nevertheless. Banks came here to fight, so did Clay. Clay knows he can take no chances now with either hand of Banks. Less than 2 minutes to go in round 2. Fighters who come out of a crouch, as Banks is on occasion tonight, have caused confusion to many great fighters. Clay can't be classified as a great fighter as yet. Let's see if they count that a knockdown. No. Banks was bothered by that punch, but Ruby Goldstein ruled it no knockdown. Now he hurt Clay again. Apparently has power in either hand. A minute to go in round 2. Everybody's been looking for Banks' right hand. It's the left hand that he's causing the trouble with. There goes Banks down. That's a knockdown, all right. A flash knockdown, just like the one that floored Clay in round 1. Mandatory 8 count. Now the knockdowns are even. 15 seconds to go in the round. there's the bell. Is round 3. And both have shown inexperience at times. Clay's had only 10 professional fights, and Banks has had 12. Clay's leaving his hands a little bit low. That's understandable when Banks fights out of a crouch. Now Clay seems to be coming on a little bit. Sharp jab that Clay has. Turns it into a left hook on occasion. 2 minutes left in this round. Banks has suddenly become a mark for head punching. The man yelling, "Stay in there," is Bill Faversham, one of 11 Louisville businessmen who managed Cassius Clay. One minute to go in round 3. Banks was roughed by that left hook. He's getting roughed a little more. Banks is in real trouble. But he can punch back yet. 30 seconds left in the round. Seconds to go in round 3. Hold everything. Ruby Goldstein is asking the commission physician, Dr. Alexander Schiff, to come in and take a look at Sonny Banks, who had took quite a going over from Cassius Clay in the last round. And let's see whether or not the doctor recommends that the bout be allowed to continue. Apparently, he told Ruby Goldstein to allow it to continue up to a point. Round 4. Cassius Clay coming from behind after being floored in the first round. Here's Johnny Addy.
Referee stops the bout. The time, 26 seconds of the 4th round. Winner by a TKO, Cassius Clay.
Darren Barker was 22-0 in 2011, and with a shot at the vacant European middleweight belt. The man known as Dazzling to his fans knew defeat was not an option against Italian volcano Domenico Spada if he was to ever realise his title ambitions on the world stage.
They're worried about the use of the head, the Barker camp. They think that Spada might come charging in, throwing punches from crazy angles. Spada says that he's modelled himself on Mike Tyson. Barker those slick boxing skills, he needs to look good, and he needs to be on his game tonight. 7-2 on Barker. Sparta 5-2 against the draw, 25-1. Well, Sparta, I think, he's got a better chance than the bookmakers would suggest.
Yeah, I think the odds really flat out. Barker, I would have him as the favourite because of the skills. But this fella has proven at the higher level, and he started positively. Everything about his body language says he's here to win the title.
Darren Barker's had this operation on the damaged hip. He's had problems as well outside the ring. He was involved in that street altercation when he was beaten up by a group of men in Watford. As a result of that, the judge, incidentally, awarded him money from the public fund for the bravery that he showed on that occasion, and suggested that it's a shame there aren't more people like Darren Barker in society. But he's had to go through all that sort of thing. He's been out of the ring for a year, and unquestionably, no matter how many rounds you put in inside, in the gym, in sparring, in training, there's going to be a little bit of doubt in there until you shrug off the ring rust.
I think his biggest problem is going to be the 12-round distance. He's been out for a year, so he doesn't have stamina to call upon. Maybe if he had a couple of 8 or 10 rounders during that year. So he'll be fit, no question about that, but will the stamina be there? Because I think that could be important in this one. And in the early stages, it looks as though Sparta may be a little bit more technically proficient than we first thought. He's been out-jabbed by Barker, but he's landed a few long punches of his own, and he's getting close.
Certainly looking to load up on those hooks, isn't he, Sparta? He's got a compact look about him, but a bull-like sort of strength. Got a good chin as well, as far as my research would reveal. We couldn't find any stage at which he's been down in his career. He's teak tough.
I think Barker's standing his ground a bit too long. You would want him to get some rounds in the bank without fully exerting himself, if that's possible. I'm not saying it is possible, but he's standing his ground, playing a little bit into Sparta's game plan here. I think he's landing the better punches, but don't want him to stick with these tactics.
Might be an obvious line, but the volcano is going to need to erupt at some stage. He's got to throw some big punches if he's going to pull himself back into this fight. Test the inactivity of Barker, maybe the question marks about his stamina and his fitness coming into this fight. Barker says that he's fitter than ever. His trainer, Tony Sims, has said the same. Sparta, he has come into this fight with huge belief that this is going to be his night.
Barker nailed him with a lovely right-hand counter just a few seconds ago, and you could see it confused Sparta. He didn't know where it come from. This is good stuff, using the uppercut now. Just don't throw the single punches, put them together, keep them occupied.
Well, the most concussive blow that Barker has had to take so far has been that clash of heads, which resulted in the swelling over the right eye, but the corner have worked away between rounds and have done a good job keeping the swelling down as Barker, the chants go up again from his supporters, many of whom have come down from Barnet, Spencer Oliver territory, just north of London. Barker is such a talented amateur and has moved on now to the professional stage, and he's looking in search of this European title, and it's all going well at this point.
It is all going well, but you have to expect this to get a little bit tougher in the second half of the fight, because this fella was proven at the top level over the 12-round distance. Lovely right hand again from Barker. Time now maybe to put a little bit more snap into that right hand, because it's landing so cleanly.
Barker, I'm sure, has got to be aware in the back of his mind the likelihood that this is going to go the distance. He'll be thinking, yeah, okay, it's going well, but I've got to pace myself, got to leave something in the bag.
But he's still finding a way to work at his own pace. He's not really being pressurised. There's no great method in what Sparta's doing, but he's raising the pace now. This is what Sparta has to do. You have to expect this. He has to come up with better.
That left-hand lead of Sparta, which rocked back Barker's head, brought the Italian fans to their feet momentarily. Oh, lovely hand speed from Barker, classy work.
And that was real quality. The right hand working so well, as I say, put a bit more snap into it now. This fellow is feeling that right hand, he's not liking it.
Come on, step back.
Spada working away off those ropes, landing more punches than Barker.
See, again trying to draw Barker in this time. It's worked. Barker has fallen into the trap there. That's what he wants. Punches off, give himself room to get back out again. Don't stay in there.
That's
punches
better.
back out, back in again. Just don't stand there after you've done your work.
Darren Barker comes from a real fighting family. His dad was an ABA champion, his uncle was a boxer, his brother Gary, of course, tragically killed in that road accident back in December 2006, was also a promising boxer, and Darren Barker following in the line, and he is doing his family proud here tonight.
Yeah, real desperation in Spada's boxing. Now, the referee is always on Barker's case. He's been so lenient with some of the roughhouse tactics of Spada. Spada complaining, we're looking for points deductions here.
Well, he could certainly do with a couple, you would suggest, to get him right back into this fight.
Scrappy round here, Barker just getting too close.
I thought Spada would bring more to this fight than he has done so far. Maybe yet there is time. But I thought Spada would give Barker a more searching examination than has been the case so far. Credit to Barker for making it his fight. That's lovely.
Now this is a messy round. I mean, it's been a fair old pace, we have to remember. You have to expect little signs of tiredness. There's Spada complaining once again. That's when you know he's in a lost cause. When all he's doing is complaining, looking for help from the referee, he knows nothing is working. But in this round, he has drawn Barker into his kind of battle.
Well, when he gets into a situation where he can mess Barker around, then he has greater success.
But he doesn't even seem to have the energy to do anything when he gets up close to Barker. You know, his arms are going round behind Barker here, when really he should be taking advantage of the fact that he's up close. A lovely burst from Barker. Eye-catching stuff again. There's the head of Spada rubbing in again. This is what you have to expect. Desperation tactics now from Spada. Be prepared for them.
Trying to land big body shots, Spada. Doesn't have the variety in his work, though, has there, really, to put Barker under any sort of sustained pressure. Yes, he's strong, but he's not had the variety of shot to really put Barker in trouble.
But he has given a couple of decent fighters some nightmare nights. So I think maybe we should be crediting Barker with the tactics, sticking to the plan. He's been so sharp right from the off tonight. And that's what he wants to do. Make this fellow hit fresh air, then punish him for it, as opposed to blocking his attacks.
If he comes through this, one more defence, he says, Barker, then he's going to go looking for a world title shot. Some of the names up there: Sergio Martinez, Felix Sturm, Sebastian Sylvester, Dimitri Pirog, good fighters, all of them. Can Barker move on to that sort of level? Well, he believes he can. This is European level, and unless the judges are seeing it very, very differently to me, he's winning this fight very handily.
Spada holding and hitting up close. Just been left to his own devices for the referee.
I don't think the ref's done a bad job, though, Jim. He's let action flow as far as he can in what at times has been a messy sort of fight.
Yeah, he's kept out of things, but the only one he's been pulling up has been Barker for silly little infringements. But no, he's let the action flow, which is the main thing.
That's nice from Barker, and the buzz of acclaim from the crowd, absolutely spot on.
So simple when you see Barker putting 2 or 3 punches together at full range, then getting back out of there. Just so simple. This fellow has no answer to that.
So last 30 seconds of the 10th round. Surely all Barker has got to do is stay out of trouble now, and the European title is again his. The crowd are responding to his efforts. Sparta just needs one huge shot. He's got to hope that Barker will do something that he's not done so far, hang his chin out and make a big mistake.
Well, the first minute is going to be hectic for Barker until the pace starts to go out of Sparta's work, so he has to be careful, especially for the first minute, obviously for the full 3, but especially the first minute. Desperation here.
Barker won classily in the early stages of this contest. Last few rounds, you could argue that he's had to win ugly, but he's done it. Crowd's already celebrating. And once again, it's a bit of a mess.
I think Barker's just keeping out of harm's way in the last round here. He's not producing much, but he's done more than enough in the previous 11 rounds here. So if this is what he wants to do in the last, who can blame him?
Next few rounds, you've sensed that at times it's been Barker who's been tying Sparta up more than the other way around. An untidy clinch, untidy maul. Not been pretty as this fight's unfolded. That's more like it.
Yeah, well, that's what Barker just wants to do. Just keep the fellow under control, then no accidents will happen. He's just a little bit negative in the last round. Barker, don't feel you have the job done until that final bell sounds.
Well, you could argue that he's giving this round away at the moment. Sparta not really landing anything, but he might be the one who's being perceived as the aggressor by the judges.
He's the one doing the work. Good left hook from him there. Yeah, I think Barker just coasting, just seeing it out, making sure disaster doesn't strike.
A nice flurry of punches from Barker as we move into the last 20 seconds of the fight. Final round of this European middleweight title fight. Darren Barker looking as though he is about to be crowned as the champion. Surely the judges have got to see it that way.
Yeah, but I can't see any other outcome. Pity for Darren that he had to go over old ground. He already was European champion this time last year, but the way he's boxing, his career can move on from here without a doubt.
Well, Sparta holds his arms aloft, more out of a sense of optimism than anything else, you would suspect. Barker back to his corner. Well, I don't know what Sparta thinks. Maybe a bit of kidology. Surely he's got to be the winner. I can't see it any other way.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of championship boxing, the judges' scorecard reads: Judge Vasquez scores the contest 115-113. Judge Aljosa Rosa scores the contest 116-113. Judge Leta Rosario scores the contest 116-113. All 3 judges are in favour of the winner. And new European middleweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, from Barnet, North London, it's the dazzling Darren Barker!
An all-Mexican clash now for the WBC bantamweight crown at the Forum Arena in Inglewood, California. Champion Raul Perez, who'd only lost once in 46 fights, made the 3rd defense of his belt against US-based Diego Avila in 1989.
Perez, Hibaro in the blue trunks, won the title October the 28th. 1988, about a year ago. He beat Happy Laura in a fight in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is his 3rd title defense, the last one successful on the 26th of August this year. This is the first time that Perez has fought at the Forum since 1985. That's 4 years, so he was 18 years of age when he last appeared here, the guy in the blue trunks, so that's quite a long span. He's very fast, left hook, stablemate of Juan Estrada, I should say, and Jorge Paez. Well, he is tall for a bantam, isn't he?
5'11", huh? Or 5'10"? That's tall. That's tall for a lightweight.
It really is. John Thomas in the ring with him. I'm glad to see him in there. He's had so many great championship fights that he's worked at all weights. One of the most likable and talented men ever to grace the ring as an arbiter. First round of 12. In the last fight, remember about the second round, we said we thought that if Pee Wee Parker could get past 5 rounds, he might be able to do it, and he did it.
That's right. It was a great fight. I'm not saying that Pee Wee didn't have a chance, but he boxed a very intelligent fight.
He was well prepared by his handlers, and he followed instructions to the letter. Now let's see what happens in this championship fight. I tell you, when you're fighting for a world championship, there's a lot on the line. John Thomas is telling him, come on, speed it up, guys. You're 118 pounds. Give him some action.
Good uppercut.
A warning, a very severe warning. John Thomas.
Come on, man, go. Work.
Round number 4. Chick Hearn with Ruben Castillo ringside. Jerry Romano is our producer. Susan Stratton directing.
In this fight, Chick, we have 2 completely different styles. We have the champion, the tall, lanky, straight-up fighter versus the challenger, Avila, the shorter boxer, wanting to work inside, not getting a chance to, and he's got to work inside to be effective against the champion, Raul Perez.
Raul Perez, as you said, is tall. He's 5'10", the tallest bantamweight that's ever fought in the history of the sport. When you're 5'10", it's pretty tough to weigh only 118. Boyd Robertson keeping us on our toes out here and tells us that at the end of this round, well, we'll go away and have some commercial time. I tell you, the little guy Avila is doing a pretty good job out there as we come to the final seconds of round number 4. Crowd seems to be predominantly for the champion, although Avila has his supporters here too.
Avila hasn't been able to land a real telling punch yet to the chin of the champion, although he's trying very hard, but the champion just won't give him that chance.
That's why he's a champ. There is a pretty good combination to the face by Avila. He is in so close to try to avoid the length of the reach of Perez that I don't know how much power he can generate on the jab. There's a good right hand scored by the champ.
Let him fall.
We got 2 fights going at the Great Western Forum now, one in the stands and one in the ring.
I know who's getting paid the most.
Yeah, I do too. Some of these guys get a little too much squeezing of the grape. mark of round number 6. I'll tell you, Avila is very good with his left arm of picking off the long right hand of Perez. Does it repeatedly. Oh, Perez will get a few home, but not the majority.
And you know, that is not very easy to do.
No, not at that size.
You usually catch it with your right hand.
Oh, now the third warning. Are they going to take a point away? Oh, no, what he's telling them is, let's fight. I'll disqualify you. John is working for the WBC tonight, and he's a great referee who has worked many championship fights. All he can do is implore them, and now he just gave them a warning that he might hold up their purses. That'll make them work. That really came across the forehead of Avila and almost knocked him backwards. Very seldom you have to tell the fighters in a championship fight to work. Heaven's sakes, one guy's got the title, he wants to keep it, the other guy wants to get it. I wouldn't think you'd have to warn him at all.
Well, I tell you one thing, you didn't have to warn Pee Wee Parker.
No.
He went straight toe to toe.
You shouldn't. And that was for the Forum Tournament Championship. This is for a World Championship. You know what that word world means? That's big. Takes a spot like that for Magic's new house. 13,000 square feet.
Jeez. That's big.
Oh, you got to have a good PA system. You holler at the guy in another room, says, I'll be there in a half hour.
No wonder he's got good legs. Going back and forth.
This is the 10th round of our 12-rounder. The championship is still on the line. Avila that time got across the right hand and forces his man, the champion Perez, into the ropes. Perez is very efficient at getting out of this situation. Usually. You've probably heard the referee, John Thomas, holler, go on, punch. Neither man is tied up. Go on and punch. Now they're fighting harder after the admonition. That's a good chopping right hand by Perez. Good uppercut by Perez. And the constant effort by Diego Avila, the challenger. This is the third time that Perez is defending his title that he won October the 28th a year ago. Well, that's just 5 days from the day he won it. We're at the October 23rd date, aren't we?
Now the crowd is starting to get impatient.
Well, they expected more of a fight. And frankly, so did I. But that's one thing. Fights are unpredictable. Sometimes horse races are. Sometimes football games are. Sometimes basketball games are. You never know. On a certain night, things can happen. But I definitely attribute this fight to the very contrasting styles. Boy, nobody will ever fault Avila for effort. Ruben has it 98-92 right now. Is that right?
Yes.
In favor of the defending champion. But of course, that has nothing to do with the official scorecard that are being kept by Our Lady from San Francisco, Joanna Ortega, Evie Pearl of Las Vegas, and Raul Perez of Los Angeles. you one thing that is positively for sure. These two guys are in shape.
Oh, yes.
And the referee says work. This is no time to coast, is it?
No. This is going to overdrive now.
Jorge Paez will be out in the next bout. You'll like his antics. There's a trickle of blood coming down the right cheek of Avila. He's had a nick on the bridge of his nose since the second round.
Don't hold him, man. Go, work.
Unmarked, the champion, Raul Perez.
Go to work.
The champion has a great facade. His face never changes expression.
Okay, don't hold him. That's enough. Let's go. Let's work.
The fight is in its final half minute, as you can see.
Let's go. Let's work. 10 seconds. Let's go.
I don't think the fans are going to cheer this fight after it's over. It was a tough fight.
Brought the belt with him to the Great Western Forum, and it looks like he may wear it away. But we'll have to find out what Ortega, Pearl, and Cassius say in the balloting. Very hard-working fighters. It's over. Boy, did they fight a hard fight. It wasn't a fight that pleased the fans, but it was a hard fight and almost non-stop action.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of championship boxing, we have a unanimous decision, and here are the point totals. Judge at ringside, Davy Pearl scores the bout 119-111. Raul Perez scores the bout 115-113. Joan Ortega scores the bout 118-110. All three in favor of the winner, and still WBC Bantamweight champion, Raul Perez.
Last up in this episode is Arnold Raymond Cream. Who's that, you might say? Well, he's better known as Jersey Joe Walcott, and this is a legend of the ring in a golden era of heavyweight boxing. In 1950, with defeat starting to mount up, Jersey Joe took on 25-1 Rex Layne, knowing defeat was not an option at the MSG for either man if they wanted to get a shot at, back then, the biggest prize in sport.
Joe Walcott moves out for round one. Rex Layne in white trunks goes right after Walcott. The 36-year-old Jersey Joe Walcott from Merchantville, New Jersey, has tried unsuccessfully to take the World Heavyweight Championship 3 times. In December of 1947, 3 years ago, he lost a very controversial 15-round decision to Joe Louis in New York. The following year, he was KO'd by Louis in the 11th round. And in June of 1949, Jersey Joe lost a 15-round decision to Ezzard Charles for the heavyweight title in Chicago. Joe's a cutie in there. Rex Layne has been fighting professionally for only 2 years, but Rex has impressed everyone with his punching power. Rex has had a sensational start as a pro, 16 consecutive KOs. Sneaky right hand. these men can take you out of there with one punch. That's why they have to be very careful. Walcott ties up Layne. Referee Ruby Goldstein tells the fighters to break. And there's the end of the round. Layne won rounds 2 and 3. Walcott boxed smartly to win round 4. Here in round 5, it's still very close. Walcott always feigning in there. A good left hook by Walcott. Since the beginning of the year, Jersey Joe has KO'd Harold Johnson, Emilio Agramante, and Johnny Storr. And in his last fight, he took a 10-round decision from Hein ten Hoff at Mannheim, Germany. Walcott's manager, Felix Pachicchio, would like another shot at heavyweight champion Ezzard Charles early next year. Ripping punches by Rex Layne. Walcott seems to accomplish so much in the ring with so little movement. It's said that Jersey Joe is a throwback to the old style of fighting when slipping punches and feigning were methods used to save energy. Joe is definitely a master boxer. Layne's left eye is cut. KG Jersey Joe jabs at that eye. Once again, Goldstein parts the two fighters. Both men being extremely cautious here in round 9. As the fighters touch gloves for the final round, it's still anyone's fight. These last 3 minutes could mean the difference between winning and losing. Layne staying all over Jersey Joe Walcott. Walcott punching back. Goldstein parts the fighters once again. appear to be tired here in the middle of round 10. Layne throwing bombs. A good sharp right hand by Rex Layne. Rex is definitely taking round 10. Once again, Ruby Goldstein separates the two fighters. And there's the bell ending the fight. Rex Layne wins a unanimous, hard-fought decision over Jersey Joe Walcott.
That's it for this episode, but join us next time for more vintage fights from boxing history on KOTV Classics. Bye-bye for now.